Right. Can we start with the latest email release? And before getting into the substance, I just want to. I don't want you to take this as a complaint, although I know you probably will.
I very rarely take your observations as complaints,
It's
Matt.
more as an
I view them as constructive criticism.
as an observatory question, which is, I think everybody in this room understands the concept of a deadline, except where maybe at least everyone on
Except
this
maybe
side.
the State Department.
Everyone on this side of the podium probably does. But the deadline for these emails to be released was New Year's Eve, and I think the court ordered deadline, right? It was New Year's Eve, and you had missed it, and the court said, okay, just come up, whatever. You had an agreement with the court that it was okay that you had missed the deadline. But it was supposed to be yesterday. First it was 4 o'clock, then it was 4 to 6, then it was 6 to 10, then it was 11:45, and then finally 2 a.m.
But it was still a deadline.
Well, yeah, not much of one. But anyway, what was going on? And
yeah, sure. Look, it's a fair question. I can first of all, let me apologize for the inconvenience caused by the continued delays last night. That was certainly not something we wanted to see happen. First of all, I mean, we would have preferred, obviously, to meet the quarter deadline by the 31st, obviously. And when we couldn't
it by that much, why not just wait until like 8 a.m.? I mean, is the judge involved, sitting up like I was, hitting refresh constantly from 6 to 10?
But if he was, wouldn't you want him to?
You don't look refreshed.
I know, exactly. That's why, because I was hitting refresh all night. So I just want to know.
Even if he is
was it
an
agreement with the judge that you had to do this by 2 a.m.? Or I mean, why couldn't it have waited until 7 or 8 a.m.? And if you're that late, a week already late, and then hours and hours late, why do it at 2?
Well, so let me start again. So we do apologize for the inconvenience of the sliding deadlines. That was not intentional. Certainly, when we put out the original estimates, they were done in good faith, and we wanted to make sure you were kept informed. Which is why when they changed over a period of time, we kept updating you, so that you could make a decision about whether to go to bed or not. Obviously, you didn't.
Well, I did make the decision, and it wasn't to go to bed.
Okay, obviously you didn't go to bed. What I can tell you is, as we worked through these, we found cases where, doing the quality control check, that there were some duplicates in there, and we wanted to continue to search the entire batch to make sure that we got all those duplicates out. So it took some time because this is all being done on paper, the original searches. So it just took a lot. It took a lot longer than we wanted it to. And again, we regret the inconvenience for that. It was important for us. The reason why last night mattered was because last night was also the deadline to the court for our filing. So you have a court order deadline to get the documents out. We also, every month, have to submit a report to the court. That deadline was yesterday, and we wanted to, when we submitted that report, we wanted to be able to say in that report, we know we missed the 31st, but right, by the time of us giving you this report, we completed our task, we got it out. And so that's why we were working so diligently to get it out, and why we didn't want to delay it any further. It was not at all, and I understand the perceptions here, it was not at all an effort to make it harder for you to cover the story or to go through the documents. It was really to try to meet as best we could in good faith the requirements set forth by the court.
That was an unintended bonus for you, though, right? It may have not been the intention.
Look, I can neither confirm or deny whether I enjoy the fact that you get sometimes inconvenienced or grumpy. But